Bam! How's it going, guys? Token Vaping. So today's review is specifically not on a specific juice flavor. I'm just trying to get some other ones done as I can to get them taken care of and things like that. But today's one, as you can tell by this, and I know you know what this is because a lot of you have already seen posts and you know a few other people that do use them. But this is from a company called Vape Sling. And this is run and made, manufactured, discovered, created, however you want to word it, by Mr. Gonzalez. Make sure I got that right, because the last thing I want to do is misinform anybody on everything. Yes, Mr. Gonzalez, he is the founder and CEO of Vape Sling. Now, if you've seen my other video on this, I did one on the necklace style, which basically was just a lanyard style that went around the neck, and you can get it in certain lengths to find which is comfortable for you. So when you're standing, upright or sitting down, it's right there, basically at your disposal. This one is the MODster, which is an over-the-shoulder sling style, kind of like with the like messenger bag style type straps that go over the shoulder and then sit at your side. I do apologize because of the way the camera in my video is set up. I'm not going to really be able to do it full justice. I will try to do some full body posts with it so that you can see the full extent and use of this. But it is made with the same durability, style, quality, and toughness that all of them are made with. It is a fabric, but it's a proprietary cradle right here that has the VS for the vape sling that fits into between your Addy and your device. But it does have this, and this stitching on this is superly reinforced. You can sit here and really pull on this, and you would have to exert some serious pressure to be able to try to tear the seam on these things. But it is a canvas style. It almost kind of feels like the material that you have on like a tent if you go camping, or even parachuting if you've ever gone parachuting, but you know how tough and durable that material is. It's all reinforced and stitched, restitched, overstitched, understitched, course through stitch. Not realistically, but they put a lot of time and effort into the stitching, into the fabric, into the quality. The vape cradle itself, this canvas piece right here, basically kind of acts as a shield style depending on where your vent holes are, but also so when you hold it up like this and you're using it or something like that, it basically is kind of like a drip shield because these will absorb liquid just so that it doesn't stain. I do believe you can wash these. I will have to find out for sure. You may not want to wash them in a machine, but I'm pretty sure you can hand wash these, just some warm soap and water, things like that to clean this out. Now, the cool thing that they've started doing, I believe, more of is they have been able to make custom colors for the cradles, and this is their catalog for that with all the different colors and the combinations, which is actually really, really cool. So you're not restricted to one set style, and that's it. You also can get them in different types of colors. And I do know one of the newer things that they started doing, if you go to the website, which is vapesling.com, you can get them in your custom designs. Like if you have a specific type of fabric or design fabric, if you have a team, or if you're into different types of genres of movies, things like that. But if there's a specific look or logo or something that you want on these, you just let them know what it is. I don't know. I'm not sure if you have to send in the fabric itself, or if you just tell them what it is, and then they have their own setup to where they have that logo on their type of fabric to use for this. I apologize for that. I will find out for sure, and I will update the comment box. But if you see my other video and you've seen some of the posts that I've been doing on these things, and some of the other great people that are using these as well, these are a great accessory. I know people are going to give you flack for it and say, oh my God, you're wearing one of those lanyards, you're wearing a necklace. You know what? If it keeps me from dropping $100, $150, even a $50 device, we don't all have money just to burn, so if it's something that can help me prevent breaking that device, you know what? I'm all for it, because especially the people who, they come into a shop and they're like, well, how can I help you? Well, I need a new setup. Oh, okay, is something specifically wrong? Well, I dropped it. How come? Well, it was in my pocket. But I mean, if you're really that worried about how it looks, and you're willing to pop out $50 to $200 on a device every couple of weeks, every month, every couple of months because you want to look cool, I mean, is it really worth it? And it's not heavy. It's really not. I mean, it's the weight of your device just basically hanging. Like, basically, like I said, I apologize for the camera. I'll try to take some full body shots. But it basically just hangs. It's kind of like a mess. I mean, there is no weight whatsoever because it's distributed evenly throughout the strap. So you really barely even feel it, but it's enough that you know it's there. Now, like I said, if you saw my other video, I did do the lanyard one, which is around the neck. That's more for like a personal, you know, if you're just kind of hanging around or if you're driving it's a bit more convenient and something like that. Now, if you're not a fan of the big shoulder ones, things like this, you know, they do make them in different styles. They do have a hand one that basically wraps around the hand, attached to your device, and you just hold it. So if you're using it or you're walking around, you just have it secured there. So in case you let go or it slips out of your hand, it's still attached to your hand and wrist. They do make a smaller version of that, which I believe they call it a ring sling, which basically has a lanyard loop attached to the cradle, which you just basically loop over your fingers and it wraps around and it holds it like that. Now, they go as tiny, and I did want to just do this to show this real fast, but they go as tiny as these little clips, which is literally just a cradle and a carabiner clip. Now, the cool thing about that is for those of you who really are worried about how it looks and things like that, it's really not that much of an inconvenience, really. You just basically, you would take the smaller one, you hook it like this, attach that securely to your device, and then you can just clip that to your bag. You can clip it to your belt loop. You can clip it to whatever, but then when you want to use it, you just unclip it and you use it, and it's not in the way. It doesn't get up in your face and you're all like this when you're trying to use it. You just basically vape like normal, and then when you're done, you hook it back to wherever and you have it portable. It's the same concept with the over-the-shoulder, with the hipster, with the hand ones, and everything else like that. They're meant to securely hold so that you don't drop it. I mean, if you're walking around and you're holding like this and you just, oops, you know, it's still right there. You didn't drop it. It didn't. I mean, obviously, if you're standing next to something and you drop it and it bangs off of it, I mean, obviously, it's going to do that. But I mean, the quality on these things are amazing. They're affordably priced, and like I said, if you're out and about, if you're going to, you know, an expo, they're great at things like that, at conventions, to where you want to use your hands, whether you're meeting people, shaking hands, you know, carrying stuff, and you don't always are able to hold on to your mod. You know, something like this is perfect for that because you just have it right at your side. You don't have to worry about somebody trying to pickpocket you. You don't have to worry about it misfiring in your pocket. You don't have to worry about any of that, putting it down somewhere and forgetting about it. I know a lot of people that have done that. You know, you place it on the table because you're checking something out, and then you get caught up in a conversation, you turn, you walk away, then you go to vape, and holy crap, where's my device? This takes away of all that. Is it really that big of a deal because you see a strap here? I mean, 9 times out of 10 nowadays, a lot of people are carrying shoulder bags, they're carrying messenger bags, they're carrying cinch sacks, things like that. I mean, it's not like it's that huge of a, oh my God, what is that? You know, but if you're doing all of that and you're just walking around, you know, and you don't want to hold on to your device, you just have it at your side. But if somebody tries to take it, I mean, it's not going to just easily snap off. It's not like they're going to walk up to you and be like this, and you're not going to have any idea what's going on. They basically try to take your device and yank it. You're going to feel it. And, oh, hey, you know what? Get off. But it hangs right there. Like I was showing on this, you know, it hangs at your side. But then when you want to vape it, you just pick it up, vape, and when you're done, you drop. And it's still at your side. I'm not saying to drop it, but I mean, you basically get the idea. You just let it go, and it's at your side here. And the nice thing about this, I'm gonna move this chair here and see if I can get a better shot. Like I said, I do apologize about the camera, but it's just the way that mine is set up. But if you have it like this, and you need to pick something up instead of having it hang in front of you like here, all you do is just shift it over your shoulder like you do a bag, to where it's kind of sitting on your back. You bend over, and it doesn't loosely slide across like this. I mean, I'm fully bent over now, and it's still resting right on the small of my back, and it's out of the way. It's not sliding. I don't have to be like this trying to keep it all back there. You stand back up, pull it around, and it's right here to go. Pick it up, you vape, If you wanted to and you were in a hurry or something, it slipped, it's right there. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't slide. It's secure. I mean, and when you're driving, it's the same thing. You basically just kind of shift it to the front so it's kind of in your lap when you're driving, and your vape, you put it back down, you're good to go. It's not going to misfire. It's not going to fall to the floor. It's not going to choke you. Guys, I'm telling you, for little things like this, I mean, this is really a really good accessory to have if you like to vape a lot, if you're out and about, if, like I said, if you're at conventions, if you're at expos, if you're doing things like that. It's a great accessory. You don't have to get the long over-the-shoulder slide. They do make other versions. If you check out vapesling.com, you will see the different types of variations that they have. You can custom color them. You can change the color schemes, you know, if you want to make them to match like your favorite football team or basketball team, baseball team, whatever you want to change it to, you can accommodate to that. They make the cradles. They have 2 different aperture holes. You know, if you don't use ones that have a wide 510 connection, if they do happen to be one that has a smaller one, they make it tighter for there so that it's not so loose. They have an extender because sometimes the 510 pin from the tanker RDA won't fully connect to the device with this extra added thickness here. They make an extender so that you can accommodate for that. I mean, he's pretty much made this as easy as possible to make this usable and accessible and just to make sense. And it's the convenience of it is really, really, really a big blessing. Is it different? Yes, if you're not used to using anything like this, it is different. But is it that hard to get used to? Honestly, not really. I mean, when I was in high school, I used to use my backpack and do the single strap over the shoulder, walking around holding it like that. You know, this is really not that much different. Anybody who's ever used a messenger bag, this does not feel any different except it feels lighter. But it can accommodate up to, you know, the larger 26650 battery devices. I've had it on here. The only reason, now I will say this, the only reason why I probably would not use this one on there on a regular basis is because this pops upwards for the lock. So if it jerks too hard, that'll pop before this will. So in something like this though, where it's a secure 510 connection, all day, every day, any day, you take this, I could drop this at my side all day and it's not going to affect the device. It's not going to jerk on the RDA. It's not going to pull that 510 connection, nothing. It is secure, it is stable, it is easy to use, it is convenient, it's a godsend, I'm telling you. If you are willing to use anything like this, if you're looking for anything like this, check out vapesling.com. It is definitely worth the investment. Vape Sling, check it out. Vape Sling, Mr. Gonzalez, thank you so very much for the opportunity to do the review on these things. These are amazing. You are definitely a helpful saint for the vaping community, for people who don't want to destroy their devices, drop their devices in any way, shape, or form. Guys, definitely check them out at vapesling.com. They are on Instagram, and I believe they're on Facebook as well. Trust me, if you check out the page, you'll see a lot of familiar faces using these things with their devices. It works. As always, guys, I'm Token Vaping. I'm here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Pinterest. Anything that I can do, as you can tell, whether it's juices, whether it's accessories, whether anything that I can do to help you make your vaping experience more enjoyable, absolutely, that is the point of why I'm doing what I do. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything, let me know. I will do the best of my ability to answer them to the fullest that I can. And if I can't, I will let you know how to get the answers for that or who to contact. But until next time, keep your devices safe. Check out Vape Sling. Truly love yourself. Vape on, vape strong, guys. Have a good one.